Let's go to Jordan in Tampa. There we go. Hi, Jordan. You're on the air 970 WFLA.
How's that pizza?
I haven't gotten a chance to eat it yet, but I'm sure it's fine.
Cool.
Just literally arrived right as we're coming back on.
About the liberal thing.
Yeah?
I usually tilt to the right because I am a hardcore conservative, you know?
Uh-huh.
But I know some pretty hardcore liberals, like my sister. She's a member of NOW and all that liberal stuff.
Uh-huh.
I personally despise the Democratic whole motto, tax, tax, spend, spend.
Oh, you prefer spend, spend, borrow, borrow. I see. Okay.
Well,
it's really astonishing. You should be very happy then with Mr. Clinton since he has drastically reduced the deficit, requiring much less borrowing.
Except that he wouldn't have done any of that without Republican Congress.
Oh, really? Whole thing started when he first got into office, you know?
He didn't want to pass any of the tax cuts if it wasn't for Republicans. He didn't
pass any tax cuts, sir. He didn't pass any tax cuts. Remember when Mr. Dole's running around saying that he passed the largest tax increase?
He has.
Well, make up your mind.
Well, he didn't
you see, you want to give the Republican Congress the credit for Clinton's tax cuts. You don't even know what the hell he did with taxes.
Well,
yeah.
He increased taxes.
Well, I thought he cut them with the Republican Congress, remember? Just a few minutes ago.
Well.
You see, you're just the absolute typical talk radio conservative. You don't even know what in the hell you're talking about, but you heard somebody on the radio say something, and you just picked it right up and ran with it, and you don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, you don't think that the Democrats like to increase taxes as a solution to any problem?
Give me an example, sir.
Well, I don't know of any examples.
I know you don't know of any examples, but you just heard somebody say, Democrats tax and spend, and without even thinking about it, and then foolishly calling up this show and trying to repeat it, not suspecting that you're going to be asked for an example. I mean, come on, dude, you're everything I'm talking about. Everything I'm talking about.
Well, do you agree that they think that that's the solution?
No, I don't agree that they think that's the solution.
So what do you think the Democrats think the solution is?
I don't know, and I don't care. I don't speak for the Democrats.
So who do you speak for?
Nobody. Me.
So what would you agree with as the solution?
So what's the problem?
The deficit, the problem, the social
Deficit's real easy. Cut spending, raise taxes, or do both. Which do you want?
I want to do both, actually.
Great. Now what do you want to cut in the way of spending?
Welfare, federal...
No, we're not going to cut welfare because, first of all, it's only 7% of the damn budget. You want to cut spending? Let's start with something that affects you. Then we'll cut somebody else's spending. So what do you want to cut that affects you?
Well, to cut spending, everybody has...
What do you want to cut that affects you?
Anything.
Like what?
Like, I'm in high school, so I can take federally run education out of it.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
What's federally run education?
Like the Department of Education in Washington.
Yeah, what do they do?
Nothing.
Really? What? You don't know what they do you? You have no idea.
They're useless.
They're useless. Well, how much is the budget?
It's plenty. It's more
Well, don't tell me it's plenty. How much is it?
It's,
You have no idea, do you?
Well, what's the difference?
The difference is you don't know what you're talking about. You're a parrot. You heard you were sitting there in your cage, and somebody came up to you and said, Jordan, want a cracker? Repeat after me. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're just speaking these grand phrases that don't mean anything, that don't say anything. Oh, yeah, I know somebody who's a liberal. My sister, who I guess also is still in high school. You're not a conservative. You're a kid. You're a child. Don't tell me you're a conservative. And don't tell me about your sister, the wild liberal. She's a child, too.
Yeah, well. Well, so what would you agree is the solution, then?
What's the problem?
You don't see any problems in America?
Yeah, it's full of problems. Just tell me which one you want. There's no one solution for 700,000 problems.
Government. Big government.
What is the problem with big government? Give me a specific.
There's, the tax...
First of all, there's a very serious problem in Tampa with education and teaching the children in high school how to communicate their thoughts.
Well, yeah.
That's the first problem we should work on.
Yeah, well, you're not going to solve it with federally run education.
Sir, did I ever suggest that you could?
No.
Who has?
Nobody. I'm not.
That's right, sir. Nobody has.
I'm not persecuting you. Well, why do you automatically take the defensive?
Because I can't stand stupidity.